Hey there and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to SnowRunner. I'm really looking forward to go on with this mission. Ooh, risky though, huh? Sideways lift up here with the twin steer. Oh boy. No. Oh, everything went almost wrong here. Whoo! Never go sideways with the twin steer. Never. Alright, so right over here, the main block. We have to collect a lot of gear, a lot of goods, a lot of construction parts, because we are going to fix this factory up. It's almost already done. We just have to do the finishing touches, right, you know. But we do now need 4 metal beams. So I see one over there, one here. That is one haul. Then we are going to go like this over there, go back, and then go right over here and deliver it once more. So that's already the routine for the metal beams, and then we will see what we will do with the rest. Now the issue is though, right, you know, the road, as you know, around here right now, that one over there, has a very thin layer of ice. So I'm a little bit petrified for this part, but let's go. Oh yeah, we are using that tree as leverage. Okay, great. Whew. That could have gone so wrong here, by the way. But anyways, that thin layer of ice is an issue if you are carrying a very heavy load. And 2 steel beams is a very heavy load, because this truck is not a lightweight either. So the thing about that is, though, is that we lose a little bit of torque, a little bit of traction, right? You know, the tires would just slightly spin over the road, but it is not like deep ice. So it is not going to be a major problem. So don't worry about that. This tree should be here. Very nice. So it should not be a massive issue going uphill, but we will feel it though. If you want to have pure control, get ice tires for this map though, but you don't really need it. As you did see, we did already skid about a little bit. Alright, big boys. Downhill, it's never a problem though, huh? Fun fact, when I was a kid, I was like 8 years old. I was in an airplane and the pilot, you know, I did ask a weird question, like to the stewardess. Like, how tall are we up right now, right? You know, what isn't this feet? Well, I'm not from a country where we use feet as a measurement. So I thought, like, how many meters is that? This and that, right? You know, and how many kilometers or anything like that, right? You know, I asked for a lot of details, and the stewardess said, you know what? I'm going to ask the pilot. So she went to the pilot said, get a kid over here, you know, and mid-flight we did, well, I could check out the cockpit. Since 2001. Not allowed anymore, by the way. Guess why? So yeah, you know, like, I was very lucky because of that. And the thing was, though, like, you know, like, the pilot said, well, you know, no matter how high we are up in the sky, we never have to worry if we go down or not, you know? We always go down. Well, I always had a little bit of a dark humor, though, so I did appreciate it, even that at a young age. But imagine, though, like, that's not the case, right, you know? Saying that to a kid, I kind of find it funny, right? This is what I meant with the traction. Do you see the rear tires spin around? Let's put her in low gear, differential lock on. So all the tires are getting the same treatment here. It will help us out just slightly. Oh, there we go. Oh, boy. Yep. Let's just haul her up, though. Probably auto gear will help out a little bit more, though. So we have a little bit more power in the engine. Oh, boy. Yep. Yeah. So we cannot pause here. This weight, this cargo is very tough, though. I'll just roll her out. Oh, I felt that one incoming there. Ah, this is going to be fun, though, this recovery, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's good. Come on. Oh, yeah. Damage incoming. Ooh. Interesting. But yeah, things really did change though, huh? How you talk to kids these days. I kind of want to go to the left side there. I really did underestimate the weight of, you know, of the steel beams. Let's go and get some traction going, some speed, you know. How's the... Whoo, it's ready for repair. Look at that. 1, 2, high gear in. 3 out of 4 right now, gear. Come on, big boy. If you cannot make it right now, though, we will have to go for a detour. Alright, keep her into auto gear. Hit a bit sideways. Come on, hit that side. Yep, there we go. Come on. If you hit the side just slightly, though, you get a little bit of traction. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, boy. Yep. Come on. Ah. Fight it, fight it, fight it, fight it. Come on. Come on, big girl. Here we go. Yeah, we can do this though. We're now fighting an uphill battle against snow and everything else. I just wish I could lasso the side up, right, you know? Like, if I could just lasso the sides towards it, we could just grab it the way how we want it. Oh, we are moving in high gear. Nope. Okay, now we are moving in high gear, right here on this side. Ay, 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 ay. No! Come on. Come on. This is going to be a major issue, though. Okay. Oh, look at that, though. Oh, we went a little bit past there. Yeah, this is going to be an issue. Accelerate, accelerate, accelerate. Handbrakes off. It's getting dark already. Have enough gasoline here. Oh! Yeah, we could go like this though, huh? Why? Oh, because of that. I see. This is going to help us out big time right now. Alright, we played the system. Yep. We played the system though. Alright, nice. I forgot that we can do that. Whoo! Alright, for a job like this, get chain tires. For real. Get chain tires. Oi, 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 oi. We did it though, right? We did it. My, oh my, oh my. That felt rewarding. So I think we are going to do it again. Yeah, we could actually be smart about this though. I don't think we do need to grab anything from there for quite a while. And if we do, we might actually change the tires up though. We will see about that, you know. We will see about that. Concrete, slabs. Oh yeah, we definitely do need this, by the way. Yeah. I think it will be wise to just go for this TAS chain tires. I have nothing against it. But it's the logical way to do right now. Let's be very fair. Beautiful, relaxing snow. One, two. Let's go grab those tires. And so we arrive around here. By the way, yeah, we do absolutely feel the difference though. The difference between the tires though is absolutely tremendous. But for a specialized task like this, we do need to change tires. As you can see, we have the 63 inches on. And of course, they are totally chained up though. Man, that must have cost a fortune though, huh? Probably an entire haul of these steel beams itself. Let's go turn around. And then we are going to pick up number 2 a little bit further to the left. We passed it by going over here. But yeah, you know, that's how it goes. Now, this is what I really do love about the twin steer being so tall up. Normally, if the truck is this wide from each other, right, with the front and the rear axle, you will totally kiss that over there, right? You know, look at that. Pure clearance though, huh? Huh? You know, there's a couple of inches, like probably 2-3 inches left there though, right? You know, between breathing room. But man, that is something else though. A lot of trucks that are long as the twin steer. Some are a little bit shorter, but not much. Yeah, it will totally just lay down on that. And it halts any progress though that you have in life. So keep that in mind. Sometimes you just have to go a little bit sideways, right? So that one of the tires are still on the track, on the road, you know, on the little uphill ramp. So you do not get stuck, you know. So keep that in mind. Okay, gotta be careful here though too. Low gear, differential lock on. Dreams and hopes. Of course, they are still holding on. Just takes a very small little incline and we are done for. Am I even going good? Oh, nope. Too soon. Just one further. It's kind of interesting that it says wide load, right? The trailer itself is just as wide as the cabin itself, so is it truly a wide load then? Huh, I wonder. By the way, if you do like SnowRunner, maybe you will like American Truck Simulator or European Truck Simulator 2. There are some gigantic hauls though. You get a transport, you know. One bus is driving in front of you, one behind you, and you are really hauling some massive cargo though. And yeah, I'm going to plan actually to play those games too on my channel. You know, with my steering wheel and everything. But the issue is though, right, you know, I wanna do 100% of SnowRunner first. Alright, because you know, I find that rather important. Then we can get to the new maps, new DLC, new trucks, everything. Then I'm a little bit in also we say, right, you know, in the flow of the state. So if a new DLC drops, we can just go straight right back here, you know what I mean? And the same goes with expeditions, roadcraft, even the docked game right now. And it's done quicker than you think though. Alrighty. But man, I love the twin steer for real. I was, you know, the first time that I did see the truck, I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be fun. But we never really used it though. We never really used it. What a shame though, what a shame. Because normally I would have done this with an extra trailer. Taking a lot of traction, road control, right, you know? It will be taken all away. Wow, isn't this picturesque? The lonesome truck. Yeah, this is so philosophical right here. The lonesome trucker in the wilds, right, you know? Conquering nature like this. Instead of going into the sunset like the cowboy in the end of the movie, we are going to disappear in the fog, in the ice-cold forest and roads. Just one more haul, in other words, right? It's always one more haul. Yeah, normally this little part would be no issue for us. The tires really do make a difference though. And sometimes going all max with one certain type, you don't want either, right? You know, like 100% maximum mud or maximum off-road. Sometimes you want to be, let's say, from scale from 1 to 5. A tire that actually is a 3 in both, right? You know? As you can see right now, because of the chain tires. There we go. No biggie, no issue. We only were stuck a little bit in the gear switch. Back into the high gear. Back into auto. We have control over the road right now. No slipping, no nothing. So let's go full speed ahead towards the factory. High gear. A bit of mud. Auto gear. If we had the money, we could really go bananas here, right? You know, we could go like, well, let's specialize. We will have one twin steer. By the way, I will do this in multiplayer big time. One twin steer for the icy roads. One twin spear, indeed. Twin steer for, you know, like the muddy roads. And a crane truck right where both of them meet, you know? Oh, that would be so quick, though. That would be so quick. That will be a very interesting logistics, you know. There we go. Look at that though, huh? All the steel beams are delivered. Beautiful. Now we have bricks over there and bricks over here. I think we could just easily grab them. We got a warehouse there. I'm not sure what's in there. Probably small pipes and concrete slabs that we can make right now, by the way. We can do that right over here by the warehouse. Get the cement, concrete plant. And that's what we are going to do right away, though. We do need 3 of the concrete slabs. That's a lot, by the way. That's a lot. Alright, let's go grab some cement bags from the warehouse to the left. I believe there are 2 or 3 left over there. So if we cannot get it from there, we can get it somewhere else. There are a couple of warehouses scattered around, you know, from the people that we did help out. So we might be doing peachy here. I believe a concrete slab does need 2 cement bags though. That's a lot of cement, right? You know, it's kind of interesting that you don't want to have, you know, reinforced metal mesh. Or else it's just, you know, a concrete slab that is very brittle too. We cannot have that now, can we? Nobody cares about, you know, brittle concrete. It's, I don't know, man. I don't know. You could actually make it like the Romans, though. You do need some... Oh, 4. You do need some... how shall we say? Some limestone and all from that, right? You know, and then if water... You know, if it breaks, then the rainwater will just make it... Well, make the chemical reaction happen. And then it heals itself. And if we were going to go with concrete... and we make, let's say, a bridge, we want to have seashells and other things also in our concrete, but especially seashells. And that's why some of the Roman bridges still stand to this day. Some people were in love with power, and he wanted to know the secret of steel, to make the best swords ever, to conquer neighbors and all of that, right? Well, since Babylon though, right, you know, what was more important technically to build an empire? Come on, mouse. Where's my mouse? There we go. And of course we cannot use that. The power of building an empire is more important than actually, you know, like forging a good sword. Although you have to defend yourself. But if you had, let's say, 10,000 people where your enemy had 5,000, right, you know, and your swords were slightly worse, but your shields are pretty decent, you know, you would have won. And of course, later on, things changed with horses and all that stuff. But in general, even to this day though, economy holds strong. You know, if you have a well-built empire, well-built nation and all, it can withstand quite a lot of pressure from the outside. Oh, Canada, let's go. There we are. Concrete slabs. Yeah, we do need to make 2, 3. Oh, we do need 1 more concrete slab though. Alright. Concrete blocks. Wait a minute. What am I doing? Okay, whew. Here we go. Here we go. Loading platform, no thank you. There we go. And it's just a straight way back home though. Yeah, we could have just gone straight back here. Rolling, rolling. Break. Ooh, close call. Long turn. Yeah, this is a major issue right now. How are we going to fix this one up? Yeah, the axle steering though is quite atrocious here. So you know what? We don't want to break anything after all, right? You know, on the concrete blocks there. Just be smart about this. And go the long route there. And as you can see though, the turn is way more forgiving from this side. Beautiful. Let's do... Ooh. Did we really? Wow. No way. I look my suspension though, huh? 1/4 knocked out. Anyways, let's go deliver this right over there. We are going to enjoy the fuel like this until we are at the factory. So I'll be quiet. Take a seat. Put your seatbelt on though. There's no water around, so just you know, like where you can just jump out. By the way, do me a favor. Get one of those belt cutters, right, you know, if you are living close to water. Because if you go upside down, though, right, you know, and that's a major issue. If you go upside down, if you land in a river or a lake or whatsoever, sometimes, well, most of the time, those belts are getting stuck, right, you know. And you cannot really get out of their position. And one of those belt cutters always needs to have a window smasher too, right? You know, the little iron pin on the side. It's like an orange little hammer. Get it, install it somewhere inside of your car. You'd be fine. It doesn't cost any money though, right? You know, it's like $1 or $2. And that's the best investment you can have if you are driving a car, truck, or whatever. Do we even have it in this cabin? Nope. We're old school. We die like men in this thing. And this is where we did refuel. Yeah, I just got it out of the garage. Just put a little caterpillar right over there with the fuel. Beautiful stuff. And just like this. Nice. Look at that. We got two beautiful... Oh, let's get rid of that though. We got two beautiful tiny ass warehouses here. Now which one do we have to plunder? Got large pipes, cargo. Ooh, 10 metal rolls. Nice though. Cement. Let's go grab 4 of them. Again, 1 is not enough though. We still have 1 at the factory, but maybe we are lucky though. Maybe. And even if we are not, we can just haul extra items though, right? You know, that is not an issue later on. We have a 4 cargo slot here, and it's not a pain in the brain though to go back and forth here and there. Now let's go back to the cement factory, and we are going to take a tiny different route this time. Man, this truck right now in deep mud and while in deep snow is a pain though. It's a pain. It's because of the different tires, right? And you might think, you know, with chained tires, it might be a little bit better for the snow too, but absolutely is not, right, you know. Oh no, look at that. Even more damage. Or engine lost power. Or suspension is now on half. Not good. Yeah, left side. Pain. Pain. Now here to the right side, we probably will be doing fine though. Now, looking at that, there's a lot of mud though down here. So there's no drag. So far, pretty decent. Yeah, snowman, it's super tough in this game. Look at that. Keep on going, big boy. Let's go into low gear, differential lock. Help us out a little bit more. When I say little, by the way, the difference is huge. Huh. Are those my old tires? Right? Tire tracks? I think they are. Did I turn like that over here? I don't remember. Or was it that we had to check on that thing over there? I'm not sure. You know, like the power line. And here we are once more. Now let's just hope that we don't have to deliver cement somewhere. But if we do, we can just pick it up from here too, right? So that's not going to be a biggie. Concrete slab, one more time. And here we are, pick that up. Yeah, the weather is about to change though, right? You know, it's getting dark, sure. But I think the wind did pick up a little bit. Maybe it's the factory that we are hearing here, you know, like... It just hits a little bit different, though. The final stretch, though. Look at that. The final stretch for this parter It's kind of interesting though, right? You know, the cabin took the longest time if you think about it. But that was rather simple too. Just grab 4 wooden beams, right? Cargo slots. Haul it to the cabin factory. Then drive one mile back to the train station. Grab 2 cargo containers. Then drive back 1 mile. And we are absolutely doing fine over there, right? You know, by creating just instantly two cabins. Then haul it towards here. Drop it at the factory. Get a crane. Unload it right on where we have to unload it. And then we did something else. What was it? Yeah, 3 bricks though. I mean, everything was really smooth and quick sailing here. Let's put the lights on. High gear? No, not high gear here. High gear here. We went a little bit too soon though. And here we are. There we go. Look at that though. I mean, beautiful progress. Absolutely fantastic. I love this episode. So I hope you did too. And if you do, don't forget to like and comment and subscribe, of course. You know, welcome to the crew. And I will see you guys in the next one. Stay happy and healthy. Don't forget to subscribe though. Bye-bye.